It's one of the biggest debates in the GIS industry. Some professionals believe enterprise GIS begins and ends with ArcGIS. Others believe open source platforms like QGIS represent the future of spatial innovation. But in reality, the answer is far more strategic than simply choosing one software over another. In this video, we're going beyond feature comparisons. We'll explore how ArcGIS and QGIS perform, where governance, interoperability, security, operational continuity, and scalability matter just as much as mapping itself. This is not just about GIS software. This is about enterprise spatial strategy. When public authorities invest in GIS platforms, they are not only purchasing mapping tools, they are investing in long-term operational ecosystems. These systems support transport operations, infrastructure planning, permitting systems, emergency response, public transparency, field operations, and increasingly AI-driven decision-making. So the real question becomes, which platform is best suited for sustainable enterprise operations? And where does each platform truly excel? One of the biggest differences between ArcGIS and QGIS is the licensing philosophy behind each platform. ArcGIS follows a commercial enterprise licensing model. Organizations typically pay for named users, enterprise deployments, extensions, cloud services, and ongoing maintenance agreements. QGIS, on the other hand, is completely free and open source. There are no licensing fees. This dramatically lowers entry barriers for governments, consultants, universities, and smaller organizations. However, enterprise support, governance, and scalability often need to be built through external service providers and internal expertise. So while QGIS reduces software costs, organizations may still invest heavily in architecture, support, and integration. ArcGIS was designed as a complete enterprise ecosystem. It includes desktop GIS, enterprise portals, web services, mobile applications, cloud environments, dashboards, field solutions, and integration frameworks, all under a single platform architecture. This allows organizations to build highly integrated operational environments. QGIS takes a different approach. At its core, QGIS is primarily a desktop GIS platform, but its flexibility allows organizations to combine it with databases, servers, plugins, APIs, and custom infrastructure to create highly tailored solutions. In simple terms, ArcGIS offers a ready-made enterprise ecosystem. QGIS offers architectural freedom. For public authorities, governance is critical. Security, auditability, user permissions, workflow approvals, and compliance requirements are essential for operational trust. ArcGIS provides many of these capabilities directly within the platform. Features like role-based access control, single sign-on integration, audit logs, and workflow management are deeply integrated into enterprise deployments. QGIS can absolutely support enterprise governance, but these controls are usually handled externally through databases, identity systems, custom applications, and infrastructure design. This means governance in QGIS is often more flexible, but also more dependent on technical implementation. Both ArcGIS and QGIS strongly support modern geospatial standards. They work with technologies like WMS, WFS, GeoPackage, PostGIS, and other OGC standards. This interoperability is essential for national spatial infrastructures and cross-agency collaboration. However, ArcGIS also introduces native enterprise geodatabases, versioning, replication, and advanced multi-user editing workflows, features particularly valuable in operational environments with many simultaneous users. QGIS relies more heavily on external database technologies like PostGIS for enterprise-grade workflows. So while both platforms are highly capable, their enterprise data strategies differ significantly. Spatial analysis is where GIS platforms truly demonstrate their power. ArcGIS provides a very mature ecosystem for advanced analytics. This includes network analysis, image analysis, 3D environments, GeoAI, digital twins, predictive analytics, and large-scale enterprise processing. QGIS also provides extremely powerful analysis capabilities, especially when combined with plugins, Python scripting, and external open source libraries. In fact, many advanced researchers and specialists prefer QGIS precisely because of its flexibility and openness. ArcGIS emphasizes integrated enterprise capability. QGIS emphasizes customization and innovation. Automation is becoming one of the most important areas in modern GIS. Both ArcGIS and QGIS support Python, which makes both platforms highly extensible. ArcGIS offers ArcPy Model Builder, REST APIs, and low-code enterprise automation tools. These are particularly useful in structured organizational environments. QGIS provides PyQGIS and a massive open plugin ecosystem. For developers and advanced GIS professionals, this flexibility can be incredibly powerful. Many organizations now automate entire GIS workflows using Python-based spatial pipelines across both ecosystems. In operational environments, GIS is no longer confined to desktop systems. Field inspections, asset management, offline data collection, and real-time updates are now central to enterprise operations. ArcGIS has a very mature mobile ecosystem, including field apps designed for inspections, asset capture, offline workflows, and workforce coordination. QGIS can support mobile operations as well, but usually through third-party applications and custom integrations. This is one area where ArcGIS currently maintains a strong enterprise advantage. When governments deploy mission-critical systems, support and sustainability become strategic concerns. ArcGIS provides formal vendor support, service-level agreements, certified training, and structured product roadmaps. Organizations know exactly who supports the platform. QGIS operates through a strong global community supported by commercial companies, developers, and open-source contributors. This creates incredible innovation, but support models can vary depending on implementation partners. Both models are valid, but they reflect fundamentally different philosophies. ArcGIS is no longer just a tool for making maps. It now sits at the heart of modern enterprise systems, supporting permitting workflows, live operational dashboards, digital twins, public-facing applications, and integrations with core platforms such as ERP and identity management systems. In a transport or government environment, this means ArcGIS can connect people, data, assets, and decisions in one spatially intelligent ecosystem. It becomes the bridge between back-office processes, field operations, management reporting, and public engagement. QGIS fits particularly well in areas where flexibility, affordability, and technical control are important. It is highly effective for data preparation, advanced cartography, automation scripts, research, and rapid prototyping. For organizations or professionals working with limited budgets, QGIS provides a powerful open-source alternative that can still support high-quality spatial analysis and map production. It is especially useful when the priority is to clean, transform, test, and visualize geospatial data quickly without being tied to heavy licensing costs. Security and identity management is one of the key differences between ArcGIS and QGIS in an enterprise environment. ArcGIS comes with built-in support for enterprise identity management, including single sign-on, user roles, permissions, and audit logs. This makes it easier for organizations to control who can view, edit, approve, or publish spatial data across different teams. With QGIS, the software itself is very powerful, but security is usually handled outside the desktop application. Access control, authentication, and auditing normally depend on external systems such as databases, servers, network permissions, or cloud platforms. So, while QGIS can fit securely into an organization, the security framework has to be designed and managed separately. Cloud and scalability is another important area where ArcGIS and QGIS take different approaches. ArcGIS is designed to be cloud-ready, with managed services that allow organizations to publish maps, dashboards, applications, and data services at scale. QGIS can also scale, but it usually depends on the infrastructure built around it. For example, organizations may connect QGIS to PostGIS databases, geo server, cloud storage, or custom web services. So QGIS is highly scalable, but that scalability normally requires more technical setup and infrastructure management. Interoperability and open standards are essential in any modern GIS environment. Spatial systems rarely work in isolation. They need to connect with databases, web services, APIs, mobile applications, dashboards, and third-party platforms. Both ArcGIS and QGIS support open standards and data exchange, but they are often used in different ways. ArcGIS provides a structured enterprise environment for publishing and consuming services across an organization, while QGIS offers strong flexibility for working with open formats, plugins, and custom integrations. The key message is that successful GIS implementation is not only about the software. It is about how well the system can exchange data, connect with other platforms, and support long-term digital transformation. Digital twins are becoming central to smart cities, transport systems, and infrastructure monitoring. ArcGIS has invested heavily in integrated 3D environments, real-time operational dashboards, and digital twin frameworks. QGIS also supports powerful 3D visualization and specialist workflows, particularly for technical users and researchers. As cities become more connected, 3D GIS will become increasingly important across both ecosystems. The future of GIS is increasingly driven by artificial intelligence. ArcGIS already includes packaged Geo AI tools, imagery models, and AI-driven analytics within the broader platform. QGIS integrates extremely well with OpenAI ecosystems, Python libraries, and machine learning frameworks. This makes QGIS highly attractive for innovation and experimentation. In many ways, the future GIS landscape may not be ArcGIS versus QGIS, but ArcGIS and QGIS working together within broader AI ecosystems. When organizations compare ArcGIS and QGIS, the discussion should not only focus on software features. Procurement and compliance are equally important. ArcGIS normally operates through a structured licensing and vendor contract model. QGIS, on the other hand, follows an open-source model. While the software itself is free to use, organizations may still invest in professional services, integration partners, hosting, development support, and training. ArcGIS benefits from a large professional training ecosystem. Esri provides official courses, certifications, documentation, user conferences, and structured learning paths. This makes it easier for organizations to build formal internal capability around the platform. QGIS also has strong training availability, but it is more distributed. Training is often provided by community experts, universities, consultants, open-source specialists, and professional geospatial companies. For any GIS platform to be sustainable, an organization must ask a simple question: do we have the people, skills, and knowledge to support this system over time? Technology alone does not deliver value. Skilled users, analysts, administrators, and developers are what turn GIS platforms into operational intelligence. In practice, many organizations do not choose only ArcGIS or only QGIS. A hybrid architecture is often the most realistic and effective model. ArcGIS is commonly used for enterprise operations, WebGIS, dashboards, field apps, secure data services, public-facing applications, and integration with wider organizational systems. QGIS is often used for specialist analysis, automation, advanced cartography, data cleaning, research workflows, and cost-efficient technical tasks. This hybrid model allows organizations to use the strengths of both platforms. ArcGIS can provide the enterprise operational backbone, while QGIS can support flexibility, innovation, and technical depth. The goal is not to create competition between tools. The goal is to design an architecture where each tool is used where it adds the most value. The strategic recommendation is clear. Organizations should adopt hybrid, open, and future-proof GIS architectures. Relying entirely on one platform can create long-term dependency, cost exposure, and reduced flexibility. At the same time, relying only on open-source tools without proper governance, can create support and continuity challenges. A balanced approach allows organizations to benefit from enterprise reliability while still keeping room for innovation, interoperability, and cost control. The future of GIS is not about choosing one platform forever. It is about building an ecosystem that is governed, interoperable, scalable, and resilient. For public authorities, this is especially important because GIS is no longer just a mapping tool. It supports planning, transport, environment, infrastructure, emergency response, public services, and strategic decision making. So, which platform should organizations choose? The reality is, many of the world's most advanced public authorities already use both. ArcGIS often powers enterprise operations, governance, public services, and integrated workflows. QGIS often supports innovation, automation, research, advanced cartography, and cost-efficient specialist workflows. They are hybrid, open, and future-focused architectures. To conclude, ArcGIS and QGIS should not be viewed as simple competitors. ArcGIS excels in enterprise platforms, operational services, governance, dashboards, field workflows, and large-scale organizational deployment. QGIS excels in flexibility, cost efficiency, advanced cartography, automation, research, and specialist technical workflows. In reality, many public authorities and professional GIS teams successfully use both. The strongest GIS strategies are not built around software loyalty. They are built around interoperability, governance, skills, sustainability, and long-term value. So the real question is not ArcGIS or QGIS. The better question is, how can organizations combine the strengths of both to build smarter, more resilient geospatial systems? If you found this material valuable, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos on GIS mapping and spatial intelligence.